April 13, 2017 Palatka City Commission meeting. We're going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. We would ask that the invocation be done by Reverend Dan Phillips. And Reverend Phillips, could you also lead us in the pledge? Would everyone please stand?
Let's pray. Our Father, we are assembled here in this room this evening because of our care and our concern, our love and our compassion for this city. Father, I thank you for each one of these elected officials that have worked to get to this position so that they can work for this city. I thank you, Father, for each one in city government, regardless of their position, regardless of their role, so that each and every one may have opportunity to use the gifts and the abilities that you have given them to serve this city. So, Father, may they be your stewards of all that you have entrusted to them. May they go to you, Father, daily, hourly, as often as they need, seeking your guidance and your wisdom, so that in every essential thing that is done, Father, may they be unified in love, compassion, and care for this city. For all of those other things that they must deal with, Father, that are not dictated, that are not put in writing, grant them, Father, the wisdom to use the freedom you have placed in their heart to serve this community. But Father, no matter what, no matter where, no matter what is done, may it always, always be done with love, compassion, and grace, as though it was being done to you. And Father, we ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Hill.
Here.
Vice Mayor Brown. Present. Commissioner Borum.
Present.
Commissioner Campbell.
Present.
Commissioner Williams. Here. All members are present and accounted for, and you have a quorum.
Thank you. Has everyone had an opportunity to look at the minutes from the workshop and the regular meeting on March 23rd of this year?
Motion to approve. Second.
There's a motion and a second by Commissioner Williams. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries unanimously. Moving on to item 1 on the agenda, which is our public recognition and presentations. We've got 2 proclamations today. For the first proclamation, I'd ask that Mr. Don Kittner and Sam Willis please come forward, along with anyone else who's here. So this proclamation reads, whereas each year in Florida, lives are endangered, money and time are wasted, and property is destroyed because people fail to locate underground facilities before beginning excavation or demolition. And whereas Call Sunshine, a one-call center that notifies participating utility agencies of plans to engage in excavation or demolition, is a free service to professional contractors as well as homeowners digging in their yard. And whereas the one-call center provides a toll-free number to reduce damages to underground utility facilities, thereby preventing injury to persons and damage to property, as well as reducing the loss of utility service to public and the loss of time and money to both contractors and utilities. And whereas in addition to saving time and money, the one-call system helps excavators comply with safety rules and regulations of the construction industry. And whereas anyone planning any type of excavation or demolition should notify Call Sunshine. And if a line must be located, personnel will be sent to mark the location of the line at no cost to the inquiring party. Now therefore, I, Terrell Hill, Mayor of the City of Palatka, Florida, together with the members of the Palatka City Commission, do hereby proclaim the month of April 2017 as Call Before You Dig month in the City of Palatka, and we urge all citizens and contractors to use Call Sunshine, one call center, to locate underground facilities before beginning excavation or demolition, in addition to all other appropriate safety precautions. And witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused it be fixed to seal the City of Palatka, Florida, on this 13th day of April, in the year of our Lord 2017. Terrell Hill Mayor, Mary Lawson Brown, Rufus Bourne, Justin Campbell, and Tammy McCaskill Williams, Commissioners. Let's go ahead and present this to you.
Thank you, Mayor. We appreciate the support from the city in encouraging the Call Before You Dig. Like the mayor said, it's a free call. It can save a lot of damage, injuries, and the service is completely free. Just call 811, 3-digit number, before you dig, and notify all the utilities in the county. Thank you.
Next up, we'd ask Ms. Mariana Cotter if she would come forward this time. This proclamation reads, whereas Florida's future depends on nurturing and healthy development of over 4 million children in our state, and whereas the abuse and neglect of children can cause severe, costly, and lifelong problems, whereas every child has a right to be safe, healthy, educationally, and developmentally on track, and whereas research shows that parents and caregivers who have supported our systems and know how to seek help in times of trouble are more resilient and better able to provide safe environments and nurturing experiences for their children, whereas individuals, businesses, schools, and faith-based and community organizations must make children a top priority and take action to support the physical, social, emotional, and educational development and competency of all children. And whereas during the month of April, in collaboration with the Governor's Office of Adoption and Child Protection and the Department of Children and Families, the City of Palatka will support the statewide campaign promoting awareness of healthy child development, positive parenting practices, and the type of concrete support families need within their communities. Now therefore, I, Terrell Hill, Mayor of the City of Palatka, on behalf of the Palatka City Commission, hereby proclaim April 4th, 2017 as Child Abuse Prevention Month in the City of Palatka. We urge all who read or hear this proclamation to engage in activities whose purpose is to strengthen families and communities, to provide the optimal environment for healthy child development. And witness whereof, I've hereunto set my hand and caused to be affixed to seal the City of Palatka, Florida, on this 13th day of April, the year of our Lord 2017. Terrell Hill Mayor, Mary Lawson Brown, Rufus Bourne, Justin Campbell, Tammy McCaskill Williams, Commissioner.
I just want to thank the city for this proclamation, and also just to remind everybody, child abuse is a pervasive problem in Putnam County, and it's up to all of us to get together and just work as hard as we can to help support the resources and the families so that we can try to eliminate child abuse in our community. Thank you.
So, Ms. Carter, we want to thank you and Ms. Beasley. And we had an opportunity, me and Commissioner Williams, along with the Captain Forsyth and Newton from the police department, we had an opportunity to go out a couple days ago and take part in an awesome event over at Community Partnership for Children. It was something, we had people from all over the state who came in, along with DCF, the governor's office as well, and many of our local agencies participated, including Garner Life and some others. But it was just a great showing in the community. The kids had a lot of fun, but there was a lot of education put in place, and we need to all be cognizant of what goes on in our community and how we as people can pay attention to our surroundings and take more advantage and help prevent child abuse in our community. So make sure we continue to keep our eyes open and notice the signs that are present. Commissioner Campbell, you have anything? So, yeah, we had a great time there, and we thank you guys for all the work that you do.
Thank you.
Next up, we have a special recognition. I'm going to ask Chief Shaw if he would come up at this time. And as he's coming up, we want to make sure we let all the parents know that the PAL basketball recognition is going to be in 2 more weeks. It won't be this week, so we can come back in 2 weeks and we'll take care of y'all. Sorry to have y'all come out tonight. I'm just playing. It's just how these days. She was like, what? So, without further ado, Chief.
If we could, please get the 10 and under boys basketball team to come up front, as well as the 12 and under boys basketball team and our 14 and under girls basketball team. Come up front, please, and stand up in front of here and stand with your teammates. And as well, all our coaches, thank you. While we're waiting, if you're a parent of one of these young ladies and gentlemen, could you please stand so we can give you a round of applause?
Also, grandparents as well.
We were able to take 3 teams to Jacksonville to participate in the Police Athletic League, State of Florida Police Athletic League state basketball tournament. These young ladies and young men represented the city of Palatka with pride. We came home with 1 state trophy, 1 state championship trophy, and a 3rd place finish. Our girls 14 and under finished in 3rd place. Y'all give them a round of applause. And our 12 and under boys finished in 1st place for state championship. Again, we'd like to thank the parents for allowing these kids to participate in PAL. All these kids participated in the Police Athletic League basketball program in some form or fashion this year. And we also like to do a special thanks for our volunteer coaches who did a great job, a fabulous job with the young ladies and young men in our program. This year marks, since we've been participating in our state level basketball tournament, marks the 3rd time that we have won a state championship and the 6th time that we have ranked within the top 3. So Palatka is doing a fabulous job going out and representing our city in a number of ways.
So, coaches, if you want to come up at this time, you want to come up and introduce your players. We'll start out with you, Coach Cooper.
Commissioner Campbell has some.
You go first.
How many I got? Just 3? 4. I have Jamari Ration.
Step on up. Raise your hand.
Alright. William Perry. Christopher Johnson. Ethan, you're gonna have to help me.
Williams.
Ethan Williams.
You got Devon Williams. Trenton Jones. Tristan Massey. Edward Williams. Carlton McCullough. Larry Sessions. Sanjaya Rose. Jonah Cummins. And Terrence Haynes. And we got Coach Jerome Carter in the back. And I'm Coach Ivan Boyd. Okay, unfortunately, the girls' basketball coach wasn't able to be here. Coach Dale Whitfield coached the girls, and I will take a shot.
Just let him say it by
This might be a long shot, but I'll tell you what, that's a great idea, Mr. Commissioner Campbell. Can y'all please come up and introduce yourself?
My name is Andrea Murphy. My name is Malia Brown. My name is Treasure Washington. I'm Zaria Gaines. My name is Cece Edwards.
My name is Brianna Dash.
That was Brianna Dash.
So again, on behalf of the city of Palaca, is there anything that the commission wants to say?
You all make Palaca what it is. You make Palaca great.
You guys did a great job representing tonight. I was not surprised to see the faces that I have, and great job, guys.
It's always good to see the youth involved in activities, giving them a path to doing things actively so they don't get into things that they don't need to get into, and so anything positive. So those are the things that we need to get our youth involved in, channel activities.
I have to stand up because y'all won't see me sitting back there. I think it's wonderful, and I'd like to thank our mayor and commissioners too for being so involved, and our police chief, because this comes about because they are willing, and these coaches are willing to give their time. They get nothing but the gratification of helping these young people. And guys, thank y'all so much for having young ladies, because for a long time, y'all thought we couldn't play basketball. But we
Also, Mr. Holmes and Chief Lambert, you're also on the Recreation Task Force. You guys want to say anything?
No, I think this is all that's good about the programs, and it's just really gratifying to see all these fellas coming out and working hard, young ladies and young men working hard and excelling. Hope they continue to bring that into every aspect of their life, including their school, and someday we'll be looking at them in a different role.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, under the dedication of Chief Shaw and Captain Williams and these great coaches that are here, many of these coaches I've had an opportunity to duel with on a basketball court about 100 pounds ago. But I can tell you, Coach Ivan has something on his sleeve that we're really near and dear to. His shirt, his PAL shirt says, training today's youth to be tomorrow's adults. And I can tell you that PAL has really embraced that concept as something that we're trying to put into the city of Palaca. And we want you young people to know that you are the pride of Palaca. We are very proud of you. You are somebody. We are proud. Great things are in store for you. Continue to get your work done in school. Continue to be great citizens at home. Listen to your parents. The support that you guys have out here right now is the reason that you're doing the things that you're doing. These people that are here right now coaching you, these guys are teaching you how to be great young men and women. Embrace what you learn, because when you get older, all those conversations, all those lessons are going to come back to you once again. But I'm telling you right now, the city of Palaca is proud of you. We love you, and we want you guys to continue doing great things. And next year, we want you to bring all the championships home. Okay? All right? Great job.
Mayor.
And last but not least, what you're doing on the court, also bring that into the classroom. That same level of competition that you take out on the courts, also take it in the classroom.
And your teamwork.
Absolutely.
Okay. We're going to do one more recognition, and then we'll take a break, and we'll take a picture with all of y'all. Hang around for a few more minutes. Okay? Thank you guys very much. Congratulations. And next we have, next we got an introduction, a very special introduction of our queens from the Azalea pageant. And who do we have, representative? You want to come on up with us? She's got two special young ladies with her. I can tell you right now, I've had an opportunity to spend a little bit of time with you with you young ladies, and it's been an opportunity really to understand how much hard work and dedication goes into pageantry, and how much, and it's more than just beauty pageants. It's scholarship, it's education, it's community involvement, and it's sacrifice to go around this community, to go around the state of Florida, and be representative of what goes on. And we definitely thank you guys for your time. We thank you for the efforts, and we thank you for being representatives of this community.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor and Commissioners. We have 5 girls that we are taking to Miss Florida June the 27th through July the 1st. Unfortunately, spring break came this week. So we have our 2, we have 3 that went on spring break, but we have Miss Florida Isaiah, Kelsey Harrison, and our Miss Florida Isaiah Outstanding Teen, Emma Fast. And as the mayor was talking, you know, he said that it's not about beauty anymore. It's what these girls contribute to their community. And at Miss Florida, only 25% is their judge and their beauty wear. 30% is their interview, and 35% is their talent. So they only get, so most of it is their interview and their talent. But if I would like to let each one of them introduce themselves, if that's okay, and give you just, and let them give a short resume, because each one of them have a platform that they have to take to Miss Florida. Okay?
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having us here this evening. I really appreciate the opportunity. My name is Kelsey Harrison. I am your Miss Florida Azalea 2017. I have the opportunity to represent this great community at the Miss Florida pageant this summer. And I'm very excited. This is my first year competing. And my platform is Celebration of Abilities, Changing Social Standards. So what that is I'm an advocate for those with special needs. In my community where I live, in Union County, Lake Butler, Florida, I created a special needs prom called Celebration of Abilities. And it happens every year, and it's a huge event. And it creates community involvement where we take exceptional needs students that have been graduates of Union County High School, and what we do is we put a prom to celebrate their abilities rather than their disabilities. We have a king and a queen, and we change that social standard. We bridge that gap. That way they're in a comfortable environment where they can succeed and they can have a fun night, and it's something to just highlight all of their abilities. I've also created a buddy system throughout the school where exceptional needs students are grouped with regular education students, and they have opportunities just like anyone else. It's something I live every single day. It's something I'm very passionate about, and I thank you so much for the opportunity to be able to represent all of you at the Miss Florida pageant this summer. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Emma Theus. I'm blessed to represent your city. I'm Miss Florida Azalea's Outstanding Teen, and I'm going to talk a little bit about my platform too. So my platform is Be Involved, Rule Your School. And when I mean rule your school, I don't mean like, I rule you. Just more like student involvement and really taking your 4 years of high school and turning them into something great. I'm blessed to go to a school. I go to Beholtz High School in Gainesville, Florida, and we have a totally student-run student council. I just got elected senior class president, which I'm super happy about, and I'm going to use my senior class presidency and my title to really encourage students to be involved in their school, because I think it's so important. So yeah, thank you guys.
Again, we thank you, ladies, and we congratulate you, and we definitely wish you the best of luck as you go on to the Miss Florida pageant.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
If I could, the celebration of abilities, that just, both of the platforms are platforms that I think are great, especially celebrating the abilities. And I would like to see you all partner at least with our county to try to make those things happen here, and even with the school district, try to make sure that your programs are brought here. If you're representing us, let us have a part of you.
I would love to. I'd love the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Let's give those young ladies a round of applause. We'll take a brief break so that we can get some photos for the newspaper as well, and so we'll be back in 5 minutes. Moving on to the consent agenda, item number 3. Item 3A, adopt resolution number 2017-12-30, authorizing the mayor and city clerk to execute and attest a joint participation agreement with FDOT in the amount of $58,600 for runway 927 and 1735 Markings Rehabilitation Project, 100% ready funding. B, adopt resolution 2017-12-31, authorizing mayor and city clerk to execute and attest a joint participation agreement with FDOT in the amount of $200,000 for T-hanger and taxiway lane rehabilitation, 100% ready funding. C, adopt resolution number 2017-12-32, authorizing mayor and city clerk to execute and attest a joint participation agreement with FDOT in the amount of $200,000 for design and construction of security fencing at Palatka Municipal Airport, 100% ready funding. D, adopt resolution number 2017-12-33, authorizing city manager and city clerk to execute and attest road resurfacing agreement change order number 1 with Halifax Paving LLC in the amount of $22,500 for Madison Street and 9th Street resurfacing. E, adopt resolution number 2017-12-34, authorizing execution of grant administration contract with Fred Fox Enterprises for FERDAP project number A17058, Hank Bryan Improvements Phase 1. F, adopt resolution 2017-12-35, authorizing execution of a grant administration contract between the city of Palatka and Fred Fox Enterprises for FERDAP project number A17079 for Booker Park Improvements Phase 1. G, adopt resolution 2017-12-36, authorizing execution of utility work by highway contractor agreement with the State of Florida Department of Transportation for potable and sanitary utility conflict improvements associated with State Road 20 drainage improvement project. H, adopt resolution number 2017-12-37, authorizing execution of a contract with Connex Incorporated for the City of Palatka 4th of July fireworks display. I, reappoint Gibbon Evans to the Palatka Housing Authority Board for a 4-year term to expire April 12th, 2021, incumbent member. J, grant permission to exceed allowable noise levels and close South 14th Street between Krill Avenue and Diana Drive for special events permit number 17-27, Easter egg hunt, 4/16/2017, from 12 noon to 6 p.m., One Direction Car Wash, Greg Napier applicant. K, approve request items for special events permit number 17-29, wedding and reception at the Bronson Mulholland House grounds on Saturday, June 3rd, 2017, from 3 p.m. until 7 p.m. James Gillett applicant, request permission to exceed allowable noise levels throughout the duration of the event, ceremony, and amplified music. L, approve request items for special events permit number 17-28, Wilson Children's Bass Tournament, Thursday, May 18, 2017 through Saturday, May 20 of 2017 from 4 a.m. until 7 p.m. Paul Hamilton applicant. Number 1, grant permission to close the public boat ramp from 5 p.m. Friday, May 19, 2017 to 7 a.m. Saturday, May 20 of 2017 to grant permission to exceed allowable noise levels on Thursday, May 18, 2017 through Saturday, May 20 of 2017 from 4 a.m. until 7 p.m. 3, grant permission to close Memorial Parkway from Reed Street to South 2nd Street on Saturday, May 20 of 2017 from 4 a.m. until 7 p.m. M, grant waivers of Class B application for deadlines and grant permission to exceed allowable noise levels for special events permit number 17-31, Central Putnam Ministerial Alliance, Easter Sunrise Service, April 16, 2017 from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Greater Palatka Ministerial Association, Rebel Carl Flag President applicant. Are there any items on the consent agenda that you wish to have removed?
Motion.
Second.
There's a motion to approve by Commissioner Boer, a second by Vice Mayor Brown. Is there any unreadiness? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries unanimously. Moving on to item 4, Community Redevelopment Agency Business Resolution accepting the CRA's recommendation to direct staff to develop an application for FDEP State Revolving Loan Fund for tax increment district's potable water projects using 30% of the 3/10 district's annual allocation for debt service.
Motion to approve.
No.
Hold on.
Let's read it out first.
A resolution of the City of Palatka, Florida, confirming and accepting the recommendation of the Community Redevelopment Agency to utilize tax increment funds to pay the debt service on historic district water line replacement and directing staff to prepare an FDEP State Revolving Fund loan application for the Historic District's potable water project.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion on the floor, the second. Is there anyone in the public hearing? Seeing no one, we'll close public hearing. Question's been called. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries unanimously. Moving on to item 5 of the agenda, public hearing, USDA CF grant applications for purchase of a dump truck and skid steer or equivalent, and a backhoe and 2 maintenance trucks or equivalent. Item A is resolution authorizing application execution and submittal of all grant agreement documents to obtain a USDA Rural Development CF grant not to exceed $172,774 for the purchase of the dump truck and skid steer loader or equivalent, and accepting grant funds in the amount of $95,000.
A resolution of the City of Palatka, Florida, authorizing an application for a United States Department of Agriculture Community Facilities grant to fund 55% of the purchase cost of a dump truck and skid steer loader or their equivalent, and authorizing execution and submittal of all necessary documents in connection therewith, including USDA Form RD 1942-47, loan resolution for public bodies to accept a grant in an amount not to exceed $95,000.
Second.
There's a motion on the floor in a second. Is there anyone here for public hearing? Seeing no one, we'll close public hearing. Questions already been called. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries unanimously. Item B, resolution authorizing application, execution, and submittal of all grant agreement documents to obtain a USDA Rural Development FA grant not to exceed $163,701 for the purchase of a backhoe and 2 maintenance trucks or equivalent, and accepting grant funds in the amount of $90,000.
Resolution of the City of Palatka, Florida, authorizing an application for a United States Department of Agriculture Community Facilities grant to fund 55% of the purchase cost of 2 maintenance trucks and a backhoe or their equivalent, and authorizing execution and submittal of all necessary documents in connection therewith, including USDA Form RD 1942-47, loan resolution for public bodies to accept a grant in an amount not to exceed $90,000.
So moved.
Second.
There's a motion on the floor in a second. Is there anyone here for public hearing? Seeing no one, we'll close public hearing. Bells is wrong. Is there any unreadiness?
Question.
Questions called, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries unanimously. An update on the 100 block Riverfront Square Development's progress. Mr. Diamond is not here, I don't see him.
Yeah, I asked for that to be added to the agenda, but he's not here tonight. Would like to understand and know what the status of the completion of the project is. He's been missing a number of dates. Supposed to have been finished 2 years after the project started, back in 2013 on closing. So we're in 2017 now. Got valuable property just taken, not being utilized or what have you. So that could have been somebody else who obtained that and put it to use. Long story short, we missed the dollar buyback, and we only have one other time frame, which would be 11 months to be able to execute if Mr. Diamond does not carry forward with his plan. We've asked for final drawings. We never got anything. Everything is still conceptual. So just a notice, say in 11 months, mid-March next year, he has to complete all phases. So, and we will execute on the buyback.
Commissioner, I would invite you to actually go over and take a tour.
I understand, but I've been asking for updates, and can't nobody say when they'll be finished.
Can I finish?
Yes, you can finish, but I'm still looking for a status.
Well, again, I would invite you to take a tour. I actually took a tour last week for the second time. And all the units are painted. The bathrooms are completed. The flooring is completed. They've got models that are out there. They're actually going in and renting. They're doing pre-rentals right now. The building actually looks very good. And so I think if you take a tour of that building, and I'm sure Mr. Diamond will be willing to do that, you would see the progress that's been made. It's light years ahead of where it was a few months ago. And I actually think that that product is very close to being finished. I took that tour and I mean, it's a nice building, and he's close to completion. And so, I would just invite you to take that.
Yes, I understand, I appreciate that.
He said that he's at the point of the only thing that's holding him up, and it's not really a holdup, he's seeking to get professional photos taken for marketing purposes, and then he'll be able to move forward. So I don't see it being prolonged 11 months at all.
The day we were there, the company was actually there taking some photos on that day. We actually walked through the building. Mr. Reynolds was with us that day as well. And Mr. Suggs actually walked through. He invited us to come through and look at what he'd done, and it actually looked pretty good. You know, I'm not a building expert, but I've had a couple projects here and there, and I can tell you it doesn't look bad.
I certainly appreciate the update, but I'm having to get it from the commission versus the applicant. I mean, the person, the owner of the project.
If you get there, you get it, but you've seen it.
I'm not gonna go on that property without consent.
He said he didn't have a problem with anybody coming here looking at it, so, I mean, he gave an open invitation for you to come see him.
Well, this is not a debate between us.
It's not a debate, I got it. We're done.
We'll be done with it.
Okay, moving agenda. City manager report, we'll go to Chief, you got anything? Chief Shaw.
Just wanted to highlight a couple of events. This morning, we were able to participate in the Special Olympics Torch Run. We led the Special Olympics Torch Run from the river to Publix. I had a very large turnout. It was a very beautiful event. A bunch of participants, so we were able to take photos. City manager able to come down and take photos with us. It's currently on our Facebook page, and it's streaming on Facebook. We will be attending again the Special Olympics this year down in Orlando, supporting our athletes that's from Putnam County, Palaca and Putnam County. And that'll be happening later on this year. We also have a cleanup on the 22nd for Palaca Pride. It's going to be this Saturday morning for the St. John's area, starting at 9:30. And we moved our Youth Fun Day or Youth Day that will be occurring at CL Overturf Middle School to the 17th, which is Monday coming up. And it will be happening at the gymnasium as well as the field just adjacent to the gymnasium in conjunction with DJJ from 9 that morning until later on that afternoon. So we are doing a number of different projects, have a number of different events that's in the community, and we invite you all to come out and attend.
Mr. Crowe.
I did not fall. Mr. Mayor, Commissioners, very quickly, development update. You may have seen the project underway on State Road 19. It is, I'm getting a lot of questions about this. It is an self-service ice facility, but it's being done kind of first class with landscaping and paved driveways and not just kind of stuck onto the side of the project. So they're doing it right. Still working with the applicant and FDOT with the proposed racetrack at State Road 19 and Krill. DOT is considering, in essence, a maintenance agreement for landscaping, so we could get a beautified intersection there, which I think would be great, as that's a gateway to the city. In discussions with a potential national pet store to go in the Staples Shopping Center, and it's very early, but they are interested and they're looking at it. We're still thinking we might get a new dollar store. Relocation of the dollar store on Reed Street, the 800 block where the heart of Putnam is, to a standalone facility in the 700 block, a vacant lot there. There have been discussions about that. The planning board approved a private school in the old Heart of Putnam facility for middle school age, I was about to say middle-aged boys, but there is no such thing. Or maybe there is. Middle school age boys, and I don't know when that's going to commence, and also approved I'm blanking out on what they approved, but a sports bar was approved for the old Blues Bar location downtown. We also have been, someone's coming to talk about a candy store on the 200 block of St. John's Avenue, so. Interesting things. Flying in the face of trends, a candy store.
I think the city attorney is going to be their best customer.
That's all I have, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back, Mr. Cron.
Thank you.
Good to have you back. Sorry you didn't do what you wanted.
Appreciate that.
Mr. Griffin, I thought you were excused.
Yeah.
Kind of guilted into coming, I guess, a little bit. So. And I just enjoy y'all's presence so much. So, two quick updates. We made an unannounced inspection of water taxi number 1 in Tavares. There was some progress on the boat. They did miss a milestone, so we'll continue doing unannounced inspections. The terminal building is under construction. We ran into a few issues this week, but it seems like our contractor as well as our architects and engineers have found resolution and we're back on track. Other than that, it's just normal day-to-day, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Tucker.
It's been a great week. I'm looking forward to being part of the PAL event on Monday. I'm going to gather some stuff from the River Center and from Waterworks, and I'm hoping to get some of the city cups and pens from HR and take them out for the kids. Field trips are starting to gear up again. We're starting to get requests now that the testing period is entered for the schools. And that's about it. It's going well.
Thank you. Mr. Yule.
Just an update on the tree removal project. Is in the very, very latter stages. All the trees are gone. We're literally waiting for the FAA to come out and do a flat check on one of the lighting systems that's part of that project. Just in time to start one of the other 3 projects that you read tonight. And I ask if you run into any people that work for the Florida Department of Transportation Aviation Division, please thank them. They are very good to this airport and this community with their grant support. Thank you.
Mr. Grimes.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm here on behalf of our City Safety Committee. We've done something here recently we haven't done in quite some time. We've been 6 months lost time accident free, and we want to kind of recognize the employees for such a good job they've done. On April the 27th, between 10 and 1, we'd like to put on a safety lunch for them so they could come in there and grab a quick lunch and get back to work. And we're also trying to get some to-go plates gathered up so the guys that can't leave, like in the water and sewer treatment plants, places like that, could come in, just have a quick lunch and talk about safety a little bit and try to push it forward to a year. But we just kind of wanted to inform you guys, with your graces, we got it done. So unless you have any questions. Yes, sir, Price Martin Center, it's already been booked by Ms. Robinson. She has a flyer to put out once y'all gave it your graces to do. She'll send it out to the department heads and get it out. Okay, thank you.
Mr. Reynolds.
Starting May 1st, the utility bills for the city will be looking a little bit different. The combination of the billing with Gas Authority will take place on May 1st. So we've got flyers done that we're going to put on the doors after the Good Friday notice comes off Monday. Put it on our website. I'm going to get with the newspaper and either an article or an ad or of some sort to get word out regarding that. And also on May 1 means all of the payments for the utility bills will begun being taken at the Gas Authority. So that's part of the flyer and the notice that we'll have out. So going to get with the newspaper on that and try to get the word out as best we can. I may get with some of you that are on Facebook so we can try to notify as many people as possible. So we've also got the girls up front letting everybody know that comes in and pays. We've got the flyers on the front desk.
They're verbally telling people to call in, so they're trying to get the word out as much as they can as well. So, also, we received notice about a week and a half ago or so, that the city's bond rating, as well as our underlying rating, financial rating done by Fitch Ratings out of New York, we received an upgrade from A- to A+, so we jumped up 2 levels, which is good. We were initially an A when we did the 2010 series bonds. Shortly after that, they downgraded us to an A- with a negative outlook. And that started a process where they reviewed us every 12 months. And when they came back, I can't remember if it was the first time or the second time that they reviewed it, they upgraded our outlook to stable from negative, but they didn't upgrade our rating. And when they did that, it moved to 18-month reviews. And this most recent review, Mr. Suggs and I had over 2 hours long conference call with them. I answered probably 3 or 4 pages of questions they had. They look at our financial statements, look at our budget. They do a lot of homework themselves, and they took it to a committee and upgraded us from an A- to an A+, which is very good news.
And what were the factors that allowed them to make that leap up 2 levels?
There were several things. They mentioned the city's ability to contain expenditures. They looked at how we made it through the recession. We didn't have any furloughs, we didn't have any layoffs. We made it through attrition via retirement, people that were leaving for other jobs, things like that. And they also looked at our reserve balance. It's been trending upwards. And they also looked at where our millage rate was. So our decrease to the millage rate of 6.4 was, I think, a big factor. And the fire assessment fee, that going in, was a big factor to those people looking at how our finances are doing from, outside of the city. So
you guys want to kind of give people an idea of what it means to have an A+ rating and what benefits come to the city.
Well, it really helps because our bonds that we did from the utility fund are sold on the open market. So investors, you, I, anybody can go and buy these bonds. And these ratings companies they have people that specialize in this type of financial analytics. And for them to upgrade us to an A+, it's very good news because an A+ is near the upper end. A- was, we were close to falling into B territory, which is not always bad, but an A+ is very, very good. And that signals to people from outside the city that take a look at our financials, and then they look at our bond ratings, and it's a very good judge of how the city's doing financially.
Mr. Mayor, if I got, I think the few of the factors they mentioned was one was the debt containment, or expenditure containment. We've been working very diligently the last 2 years to contain our expenses as best we can and become more frugal and become more efficient. And I think we've seen the fruits of that. But the other issues that were discussed in great detail during that 2+ hour phone call was the fact that we did lower our millage rating from a 9.174 to a 6.99 to a 6.4. And he also said that revenue with the fire assessment fee. And, since day one of me getting here, it's been the mindset of this commission, and to steal a phrase from you folks, no longer kick the can. You made the tough decisions that needed to be made, and you allowed us to put the things in place that need to be done. And now you're seeing the fruits of all your labors. So when we go out and need to get a bond, our rating and our security and all is so much stronger now. So, so thank you all for allowing us to do that. But that's a benefit of the collective group, the staff as well as the elected officials. And so, that was great news we got a couple weeks ago.
I think also, getting that higher bond rate helps us out when we start to have conversations about what we do about infrastructure. Right. Absolutely. It puts us in a much better situation, and it's a testament really to the work that's been going on through the commission and also through staff, so we definitely think that this is a major deal for us, and it's major for this community. So we're definitely proud of that accomplishment.
Does it also help with interest rates as well?
Yes.
And that's money back to the citizens as well. So.
All right, Ms. Triggers. Mr. Holmes. Nothing. Mr. Suggs.
Just something short. Met Tuesday night with Congressman Yoho and his Deputy Chief of Staff, Ms. Kat Kamick, for a few minutes prior to his town hall meeting. The things that we went to Washington D.C. and the things that we've talked about since then was a waiver from the USDA. That is still an issue that he is continuing to address. Let's see if he can't make that work for us somehow. Also, still working on EDA money and other funding for our $24 million water and sewer line infrastructure issues. He's still working on that for us. He mentioned the Comfort Road project that you brought up to them in our last meeting. There might be an opportunity to extend some utilities out there as well to make that property out there more valuable for industrial. And he brought up the Shands Bridge, that they're continuing to work on that, trying to get that ready so we can get some shipping down here. But all the things that we keep talking about, there's still some movement on it. So, you know, we want to try to keep that line of communication going, keeping it open, keeping it consistent with them. And, you know, it's nice now that when they're coming into town, they give us a call so we can actually sit down and have a conversation with them. So, you know, I think it's a benefit that we all went and put a face and all the concerns that we have, because it makes it much easier to talk to them these days. That's all I got this week.
Thank you. Mr. Moore.
All right, well, they're going to be building a house. The Habitat for Humanity will be building a house on 1599 West Oak Drive. I had the opportunity to meet with the executive director, Ramaka Johnson. They're going to be doing that for a veteran, and they're looking for volunteers. Anybody who needs volunteer hours or community service would be a good opportunity to go out and pick up some hours. If anybody who is 16 and older, for the children, 16 and older, you're going to need a parent approval form filled out prior to being able to participate. They're going to start on the 22nd of this month and then on each Saturday until they complete the job. That's the first one that they're building for this year, and it's for veterans. So that's pretty much all I have. And again, the city of Palatka, we have looked like we've gone completely electronic now. We used to print out all of our agendas on big binders, rings. So again, we're still saving money. And it's a return on our investment, what we're doing here, giving time back to our staff, and it's not costing us as much money printing costs or whatever. So trying to do everything we can to return on investment. That's all I have.
Okay. Just give me some accolades. I had another situation that needed to be taken care of, and had I contacted Ms. Brandy that works at the Public Works Department, and she promised me last week that this week she would make sure something got done, and she did. And I called down to give her thanks, and again, thanks to all the staff for what you're doing. I also reached out to Ms. Aiken at the Arts Council to extend a personal apology to Mr. Taft. I wasn't able to contact him. I did leave my number, but she did, having a conversation with her, she did say that he didn't ask for an apology, but I want to personally apologize for the tone that was set and how he received it. So, thank you.
Vice Mayor Brown.
I would like to see if we could keep putting them beautiful. 1 year down Quill Avenue, where we have England Road, they put wildflowers in, and it made it more attractive as people came into town, and to see if it's possible for them to either plant some flowers or wildflowers in as we come into the city. to make it look much better. There's some a few yellow ones there that look really nice, and if we could, it would help a lot when people come through our town to see that we are making it pretty too. That's the only thing I have.
As some of you may know, there was a change.org petition created with regards to the cemetery and the things that are going on at the cemetery. And I met with the city manager, and I'd like the city manager to give a brief explanation to the citizens, so it can be documented as to what is going on, what happened, and the permission that the commission gave you all to go forth with that. My email, my phone, my Facebook, all of that has been going nonstop since that petition has started, and it is reaching not only in Putnam County, it's reaching beyond Putnam County in different states of individuals that have family members that are buried at the cemetery. So if you would just provide an explanation of that, and that's it for me.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor, Commissioner Campbell. Sometime back, we had the situation come up about maintaining of the cemeteries, and so when the issue came up, we were instructed to get with all of our vendor providers, our cemetery folks, and service providers on the burials. So we did, and was fairly unanimous that it would come back that we needed to enforce the ordinance that we have in place, kind of take care of the issues that were out there with some of the beautification issues. We had a lot of items out there that were being strewn about due to the weather and other things. It was really flooded with a lot of litter type stuff. And so we've gone out, we posted, I believe we posted in October, I believe it was, or sometime around then, that we put a sign out, let them know that this was coming. We put all the rules out there in a box for them to be able to take right next to the sign. And we didn't begin the process until 3 months later. And but that the outcome so far has been, I understand that there's some folks that are out there that are upset with the change, but there's many more that are extremely positive about it, and actually very pleased with the fact that when they go out there, they have a respectable, clean venue and cemetery to be able to go pay their respects and spend some time. We've done a lot of work out there. It also come back, what was taking us a day and a half to 2 days to clean, mow, and take care of the cemetery, I believe we done it in less than 4 hours the last time. And so it's become another one of those things where we're creating efficiencies at the same time. I understand that it's a very difficult time for a lot of folks, and those things are very personal. But I think once we get to the point where our cemeteries are remaining clean and maintained, that when folks go out and we have a service on a weekday or even a Saturday, where a lot of them are, that those folks that are showing up out there for those services are showing up at a venue that is very respectable and actually shows that the city of Palatka cares very deeply for those folks that are out there. It's an honor to be able to maintain the cemetery, and it's an honor for us to be able to give back in an area that is so personal. And so I believe it's one of those things that once we get through this growing period, I think we'll be okay. And again, I understand that there's some folks out there upset, but I believe it's probably twofold to those that are calling us and telling us thank you at the same time.
I'll be brief today. We had a great meeting with joint session with the county commission. A lot of valuable information, a lot of consensus, and I think that's what is necessary for this community to move forward. We're looking at ways in which we can save for both the county and the city to be able to square up boundaries, which is probably one of the greater things we can do. We're also looking at opportunities to provide water and sewer to extended areas throughout the county. We had significant conversation about businesses and opportunities that we missed because we don't have shovel-ready properties in place for large corporations to come in that will bring a number of jobs. Had an opportunity today, along with the city manager, to go to a workshop that the chamber hosted through the Florida Chamber, Chamber 2030 vision, which talked about the growth of about 6 million people into the state of Florida by the year 2030. But they anticipate that Putnam County will gain another 15,000 people and approximately 2,000 or so jobs. And so we've got to prepare for the growth. It's an exciting time. The momentum's here. We're seeing businesses sprout up in downtown. Although we're seeing some businesses close, I think overall we're starting to see more activity coming to this community. We also had the pleasure of writing a letter to Marvin Ellison, the CEO of JCPenney's Corporation, outlining really what the value of that store is for this community and what the history is. We were extremely educated on the history. In particular, this store dates back to 1938. And there's just an opportunity for us to really at least make a plea that they look at where we are. Outside of that, we continue to move forward. We continue to become fiscally responsible. And it may not be something that's popular for a lot of people, but examples are if you give, if Tourist Development Council gives $4,100 to an organization to pay for fees, then the city should have to pay for those fees. We shouldn't be highlighted as being non-profit when you donate a building, when you support the programs by giving funding to the budget. And we're at all the events, and we highlight this stuff through Facebook and other medias. You know, I hate being painted as an antagonist in a situation where it's been nothing but a supporter. I'm just waiting for the day that this community continues to rise up above all negativity, and we actually start to look at the great parts of Palatka. You know, the day when people can open up a newspaper and see the wonderful assets that we have, and they can read about the A+ bond rating, when they can read about the commission who's been here for over 33 years and is coming back today. I'm proud to have Ms. Brown back in the midst. You know, it's been real quiet without her, but we miss her. And so, again, we're going to continue to take the high road. We're going to continue to push this community forward, highlight our young people. So there's so many things that we miss in the midst of controversy. The controversy is not going to stop the train from rolling, and we're going to continue to push Palatka forward. So with that being said, I intend to adjourn.